What's up, superstars? Welcome back to Crypto Cornucopia, where you come for the latest crypto news, education, and a path to prosperity. I make these videos for beginners, so if there's anybody you know that wants to learn more about crypto, share the love and share the video. As you can see, I do hours of research on YouTube every single day, so you don't have to. I know you're busy, so set the video to 1.5 or 1.75 so you get through it quick. Use the links below for more information on what I bring or to sign up and get your journey started. Ask questions so I can help you learn, and watch out for the scammers down in the comments below. If it looks weird, it is weird. Here we go. It is November 22nd, 2021, and sentiment is falling for Bitcoin. It's at 53. Ethereum is at 61. And market cap is coming down as well. Bitcoin has been fluctuating between 57 and 59. Can't break through that 60 barrier. Bullish tokens today, top price gainers are VGX. We're going to talk about that in a second. Iris, that is a Polkadot play. Sandbox, that is Metaverse. Myota, don't know. And Atom is finally popping off. It's about time. I heard that the tokenomics aren't that great for Cosmos, so that's one of the reasons that it doesn't do very well. But on Twitter, you got Kaba, CRO, that's crypto.com, Horizon, Hi-Fi Finance, Waikiki Chain, Civic, Oasis Network, and Algorand. Out of those, the only ones I know are Algorand, Horizon, Crow, and Kaba I know a little bit about. So these other ones are just all small caps, and they probably have something going on with their chains. All right, so let's take a look at Market Rebellion and El Salvador plans. First, Bitcoin City. I'm going to cover that in the news in a second. Crypto startup MoonPay hits 3.4 billion valuation. What? As Bitcoin fever reaches new highs? I've got to check that out. MoonPay. All right, Bitcoin clings to 56K as whales keep buying, and I'm going to show you the metrics on that in a minute. And then Solana, and that's all older news. All right, so check out, this is Coinmarketcal.com, and I really like their headlines, very appropriate. So Biden renominates Powell as Fed chair with Brainerd as vice chair. And then crypto lender Celsius, which is one of the safest apps you can use. Now, it's only good for, you can't really purchase a lot in there, and you can't swap. However, if you move funds over into it, they give you great rates. And then on top of that, you can take loans out for it. So Celsius increases Bitcoin mining investment to 500 million. So what they're doing, instead of just taking funds and sending it out to other people that are going to pay a premium so they can give that return back to you, they're actually mining Bitcoin so that they can have Bitcoin on hand to give back to you at a better rate as well. And one thing I love about Celsius is the CEO is always out there, always talking, and if you just listen to him, you understand he knows what's going on. He understands what's happening to the dollar. He understands the macro economy, and I can appreciate that. The other thing is he hates banks because he knows that they take your money and then restrict you from using it, and then as well, they don't give you any type of APR. So essentially, they're making 90% profits and giving none to you. So what Celsius tries to do is flip that. They only take 20% of the profits and give 80% back to the people, which I love. And then El Salvador is in there again. Okay, so let's look at Bitcoin right now. Unfortunately, it was looking very, very cool. This is the one-day chart. And we got all the way up here to 69, but you can see the last couple of days, it gets up to 60 and kind of gets rejected there. But we're going to zoom out and take a look. Technically, this does not look very good, but overall, we're still in a bull trend. And I just wanted to bring this up. ETHgas.watch. So if you ever want to know when's a good time to trade on Ethereum, the best time is on Sundays. And this is about 2 a.m. But I got to tell you, yeah, I'm usually up between 5 and 7. And those really are the better times in my mind. There are a couple other times that are really odd, like Saturday at 9 and around noon. So I guess, a lot of people have a lot going on Saturday. So if you're ever looking to trade and you want to get the lowest gas fees while you're making that trade, check out ETHgas.watch. All right, let's get into the slideshow. All right, so term of the day is going to be blockchain, and instead of trying to describe it myself, I found this, and this works great. So how it works is, how does a transaction get into the blockchain? And everything that I talk about, all these projects, they are built with this technology as the base. And the reason that that works really well is it's very difficult to essentially roll back and change information when they do it like this. And a lot of times, as you'll see from this diagram, that this is very decentralized. And let's go into it, I'll explain. All right, so a transaction is requested and authenticated. So that's like I was just saying, if you're trying to do a trade from one token to another token, that's a transaction. So when I go into Uniswap and I hit, put in both my tokens, and then I say swap, then MetaMask pops up, and I have to accept that transaction. So what happens is a block representing that transaction is created. The block is sent to every node participant in the network, and every chain is set up differently, by the way. So Bitcoin is the most distributed and decentralized, then Ethereum, and then after that, like, they have hundreds of thousands of what they call these nodes. All these computers out there that are trying to figure out the, well, we'll go back, but the point is that Solana and Binance don't have a lot of nodes, so it's more centralized now. It's a lot faster, but it's more centralized. And what people have found over time is, if someone really wants to get into a centralized system, they will. Target's been hacked. All the companies, I don't want to say all of them, but there are only 3 companies that keep your credit score and all your information. Well, I know at least 2 have been hacked. So those are centralized entities, 1 point of failure, essentially. And that's why blockchain technology is so important. So the block is sent to every node in the network. Nodes validate the transaction. So it's a mathematical problem that the node tries to fix with a computer. And most of those computers are called ASICs. And from there, the nodes receive a reward for proof of work. So those computers essentially did the mathematic problem. And since they essentially found it first, then that is proof that they fixed it. And typically it's a reward in cryptocurrency. The block is added to the existing blockchain, therefore blockchain. So block was added to the next one, or onto the last one, and so on. The update is distributed across the network, which is the other term that we use, distributed ledgers. So this blockchain is put back onto the network, and it's now visible for everybody to see, and then the transaction is complete after that. So when we talk about Etherscan or any other website where CryptoQuant and all these other companies get all their information, where we say you can see everything on the blockchain. Well, this is what they mean. If there is an application where you want to change your name or change your avatar, well, that is something that happens on the blockchain. And with the distributed ledger, anybody can go and scan it. That's why they call it Etherscan. So for the Ethereum network, Etherscan will go back and search for anything that you want to find. Very cool. All right, so let's get into the crypto news. This is Benjamin Cohen, and I wanted to start off with Bitcoin because if you're paying attention to the market, you might be freaking out a little bit here, but I love his perspective. If you look at this is just 2021, from here to here, all we've been doing is going sideways. Now, mind you, it's from 30,000 to 67,000. But essentially this entire year, all we've been doing is going up and down. And he's saying here, this is the only time that he would really be worried is if it gets down to this support band down in the 30s. But he thinks most likely what's going to happen is we're going to dip, maybe go sideways just a little bit into December, and essentially go up from there. I think that we could just range sideways bound and possibly dip, but I do believe the first 3 weeks of December are going to be explosive, and then we'll take a dip down towards Christmas, the holidays. That's usually what happens in the overall markets. And this is the other thing that he said is possible. He said we can shoot up. So take this dip all the way down to the band, and then but shoot up at a higher rate and then come further down. So essentially, those are two scenarios, and yeah, it's just he's not predicting. He's just saying that he thinks that most likely that's what's going to happen. All right, so one of the reasons that it could be very volatile today is because Biden's to speak on economy on Tuesday, with the Fed decision looming. Now, that's the tapering and increasing in interest rates. And if they increase interest rates, then companies are going to most likely default on their loans because they're basically just making their loan payments right now. So if the interest rate goes up, then guess what? Those zombie companies are going away. So anyway, this every single time that I've been in this market where they're going to talk about the economy or they're about to make an announcement, there seems to be a dip, because people don't want to get caught holding the bag. And that's what they call weak hands. All right, so this is CryptosRUs, and this is somebody else tweeting here that the technical update on, this is a couple days ago, November 18th, bounce confirmed on the RSI. So this is the relative strength index, okay? When it gets really low like this, you tend to see a reversal and a shoot up. Now, this doesn't mean that it's going to happen. I mean, you can actually, it looks more like back here in September, what did it do? Shoot up a little bit and it's coming back down. But I personally believe that this is what's going to happen. So this just happened, and I showed you the chart previously where you have 2 more days of candles coming down, just like this one is. So we might have 3 or 4 more days, and I think it's going to pop back up. I don't think it's going to be astronomical though. I think it's just going to be a little bit, but I think it's a good point to bring up the RSIs. So when the RSIs get really low like this, they usually don't stay that low. They usually pop back up, and that means that the price does as well. All right, so I forget this guy's name, but this is on Anthony Pompliano, and guy's wicked smart. So he's talking about he's one of these on-chain analysts like Will Clemente, and this is what I was talking about with the blockchain. Everything is available. So if they want to, they can take a look at people, not necessarily like who they are, but a wallet is created and you can see everything on the ledger that happens with that wallet. So they don't know who these people are, but you can see how long they hold it for, how much they move in and out of it, and so on and so forth. So this is the percent open interest BTC margin. So we've talked in the past weeks about how the price goes down a lot because of the cascading effect of people using too much leverage. And let's say that they are leveraged 10 to 1 for Bitcoin to go up, and it goes down 10%, well, that person gets liquidated. And when that liquidation happens, that's a sell-off. And when there's a big sell-off, that creates other people that were essentially not leveraged as much, but still leveraged. That means that that's going to go down and down and down until essentially everybody's liquidated. What he's saying here, which is great news, this orange line here is the amount of Bitcoin that is actually margin and leveraged up. Now, people are still doing leverage trading, but instead of putting Bitcoin in there as their backup, they're putting a stable coin. So instead of a Bitcoin sell-off, it would be a stable coin sell-off. So the pressure isn't as much, and it seems like people are getting a little bit smarter about that, because they don't want to lose all their Bitcoin. So this is this is the natural market of the order of things. You have to let things go wrong. Unfortunately, I don't think our government's doing that right now. They've tried to prop things up and make things look good for the people of interest, which aren't usually the people. And in doing so, they're propping up the markets, and eventually that's going to blow up in their face. They're not letting this be a natural market. All right, so this is the Perpetual futures funding rate, and this is the price of Bitcoin. And you notice the green is the futures Perpetual funding rate on Binance, and I don't see the red there, but anyway, so essentially what they're saying is that when those funding rates go down, the price tends to go down with it. So you can see it ebbs and flows. It goes up and down, and right now it's lower. So people are not really putting the money into that market, into the futures of Bitcoin. And the point is that he thinks that it's going to most likely turn around in a bit. All right, so we're going to move into Metaverse now. The Metaverse Gaming and NFTs could account for 10% of the luxury market by 2030, and this is Morgan Stanley. All right, so the bank expects the NFT market to grow around 300 billion by 2030, and that's just the NFT market. Right now, I believe the stats that we take a look at last week for the gaming was only around 12 billion, so not a whole lot. So although luxury brands don't derive a lot of revenue from digital mediums right now, this could change soon, according to a research note from Morgan Stanley published last week. Metaverse gaming NFTs could represent 50 billion euro revenue opportunity for the sector by 2030. NFTs in social gaming present two near-term opportunities for luxury brands. All right, so the point is that they have a lot of stats here, and they're bullish on the metaverse gaming, which both of those include NFTs. And I mean, it's really a no-brainer. You can see the whole market's moving toward it. All right, so this is also about NFTs and the metaverse. It says, I'm not sure if you can read this. This is no joke. Nike is very serious about the metaverse. Patent filings dating way back to the pre-metaverse universe in 2018 reveal that Nike has seriously been stockpiling the tools with which it can do business in the metaverse. These digital tools will include sneakers, but also avatars and other forms of virtual branding. So this is social status right now. Before it was, oh, I'm going to buy my Lamborghini or ride in my Mercedes and wear that leather jacket and my Ray-Bans or whatever somebody may prefer to look a certain way. But since we're now going to be represented in the metaverse and people are moving more towards that, well, NFTs and putting a CryptoPunk as your avatar or whatever it's going to be, it's an open market. So if you can figure out what's going to be huge in the future, good for you. That you're going to be doing great. But Nike is into this, and I think it was important for people to know that they've been working on this for quite some time. So this isn't something new. Now, this is pretty cool. This is shopping.io. And they've got something cool happening in 9 days as of yesterday. So here you go, November 30th at 7 a.m. So you can choose any item from Amazon, eBay, Walmart, and Home Depot. Go to your cart for checkout, choose your payment method, and roll over the fortune wheel to get your discount of up to 50%. So how cool is this? You can go shopping and pick anything from those places, and this is going to give you a discount. Now, what's the catch here? Want a bigger discount? Subscribe to our dynamic or VIP plans. Well, you have to buy their tokens to do that. So, pay with your favorite cryptocurrency or PayPal. So all you have to do is hold their tokens. You don't use their tokens to buy it. But the point is that you can buy these tokens. What's the name of it? Oh, SPI right here. Okay, so free, no SPI. You get free shopping or free shipping. Order anywhere on your platform. No reselling, no discount. If you just have one SPI, then you can gain access to up to 5% discount when you hold SPI. And this is all the time, by the way. This is not what I was just telling you. They have a limited time where you can get that discount by spinning the wheel. And every SPI counts towards receiving a higher discount amount. Discounts are based off of the USD value of SPI. No reselling allowed. Now, VIP of 1,000 SPI, which I believe SPI is around $4, so that'd be $40,000, seems a little bit far-fetched. But all you need for the dynamic is one SPI. So this could be something that's big in the future. And I also think that I'm going to get some SPI because if they do good on marketing and people are going to be buying the SPI tokens so they can get into the dynamic or the VIP, then naturally the token's going to be going up as well in price. All right, so this is very cool for VGX Voyager. I have the link down in my description below, so you can sign up. You get free Bitcoin when you sign up. It's really a no-brainer. just make sure you use the link. You can't just sign up without it. You know, it's a referral based program. All right, but Binance is supporting the Voyager token. So that means that it's listed on an exchange now, another exchange, which is pretty cool because now I'm noticing all the exchanges before they didn't want to list the other tokens, like crypto.com didn't want to list VGX because they're essentially competitors. But there's so much money in this space right now. It's smarter for them to even offer that other token. So, you know, instead of you having to go to Voyager to get VGX, well, Binance got smart and said, you know what? No, come on over to Binance and you can buy it there. So that pumped up the price, which is great because I think the token's great because you have a loyalty program with VGX. So having more tokens and having more tokens in it gives you a better percentage. So love that. I think it's a great program. Now they have the debit card. I think that it's going to be used a lot. It's going to be utilized more. And if it's being utilized more and people are staking more of it, they're taking off the exchanges, that means the price is going to go up. And I'm already getting good percentages just having the token in there. So let's say I have $1,000 in VGX and it doubles, then now I have 2,000 that I'm getting 10% off of, or whatever it is for VGX. All right, so Elrond, I put this in the link below. It was pretty cool. I staked in this Maiar app my Elrond token that I got like 2 years. It was one of the first ones because this is one of the fastest chains out there. And they're kind of like Cardano, where they wanted everything to be right before they set things up. And they built their own decentralized exchange where most of the time you have a chain and you let whoever build a decentralized exchange on it and they just do their own thing. But they wanted this one to be safe. So right now, the percentages for it are for the Maiar Dex token, I think it's called MEX, it is 500%. But if you supply Elrond and that MEX token, the APR is like 2,400% right now. It's ridiculous. So I put in a link below because I think a lot of people would want to get into this. You can buy through that app. So you can buy Elrond, you can buy the MEX, and then you can link up to the Maiar Dex and then stake it in there for, like, right now it's 2,400%. It's ridiculous. So of course I did that. And the whole point is that they're putting $1.29 billion into the incentive program, which is what I was just talking about. That's why they're allowing the percentages to be so high. All right, very cool there. All right, this I loved. All right, so Venezuelans promised Axie Infinity scholarships for crypto training courses. What I love about this is the Venezuelan dollar is so low. So, I mean, it really hurts the people. So this is an opportunity for the people to earn money and, you know, be able to live a life. And I think that's great. So the initiative is a part of the La Guaira digital program, which aims to fast track growth and induce economic stability in the country. How cool is that? So this is an opportunity to show that crypto can be used for good in so many different ways. It's only going to get more and more peeps. All right, so according to, oh, this one's really cool too. Bitcoin City over in El Salvador. It's going to be a full-fledged metropolis with residential and commercial areas, restaurants, an airport, as well as a port and rail service. The city will be laid out in a circle like a coin, and in the center will be a plaza that will be host to a huge Bitcoin symbol. The city will have no income. I think it meant to say no property income, but anyway, it says no income, but I don't see how that's possible. Property, capital gains, or payroll tax. Oh, taxes. Okay. No income taxes, no property taxes, no capital gains taxes, and no payroll taxes. So essentially, the city is going to fund itself. Bukele also said El Salvador plans on issuing $1 billion U.S. Bitcoin bond, a tokenized financial instrument developed by Blockstream on the Liquid network. Of that amount, $500 million will be used to help construct needed energy and Bitcoin mining infrastructure, and $500 million to buy even more Bitcoin at the cryptocurrency's recent trading price of $59,000. That would bring the country's treasury to just under 2,000 coins. All right, so you can pause it and just read the rest if you want. I just thought that was amazing. I think this is cutting edge, and I love what they're doing over there. So this is also very important. So this is the Bitcoin treasuries, and this is totals by category. So ETFs hold 800,000 BTC. Countries hold 263,000 Bitcoin. Public companies hold 230,000 Bitcoin, and private companies own 174,000 Bitcoin. So in total, between ETFs, countries, public companies, and private companies, there are 1.5 million Bitcoin owned just by those entities. And very cool. So the list down here, I have the link below to Digital Asset News, and it goes through, which I've showed you guys before. These are all the entities that are holding Bitcoin as well. But this is what struck me. Countries and public companies, how much they hold. So yeah, I don't see Bitcoin going down anytime soon. Oh, that's it. That's everything. All right, guys, leave your comments below. I want to know what you have to say. And then any suggestions for the videos, let me know. I'll see you later.